That was several years ago when rings were a thing.
Yeah, okay.
Is it ring true?
Does not get my stamp of approval.
Oh my god.
Oh, so then are you trying to drive it out?
Can we move on, please?
Oh, but we were just building up. Oh noes.
I'm about to get out my saber.
And turn her into a ghost?
This has zero appeal, so can we please move on?
I'm going to take the next decade.
Well, that'll be a double take. You realize if we narrow it down to something like Kuba or Kabuto, we're going to be in trouble.
Well, yeah, I was like, we're starting to get to some titles that I can't make puns off of. Can we move on? What?
There's conflict in the den.
We're just having a good old game.
That did not work.
Yes. Good
That was a stretch. And the fact that you had to think about it for so long and be quiet for so long with it, that's what kind of lost...
spear me your BS.
Actually, she's turning into a real Amazon. So hi everyone, welcome to the Pun Hour.
No shit.
Alright.
No wait, that's the perfect opening right there. Don't.
Well, he can't get ad revenue because I swore. And you can't swear within the first minute.
We were doing that for more than a minute, I think.
No, it...
A little beepiness.
Oh, that's true. That is very true. You are right. So, hello everyone. We're just going to keep this where we're talking amongst ourselves. I'm Cruellica Kain.
I'm Silver Quill, or the Toku Twitter.
And you are?
Annoyed.
Good, mission accomplished.
I know.
Boom!
Okay, I'm the Kaiju no Kami, and today we're talking about Kamen Rider Revice, episode 36. Vice, Revice.
What?
Nothing.
Giving it a stamp of approval again.
There is no stamp of approval. Apparently for Takumi specifically.
Oh, Takumi. I mean, okay, I realize. Tamaki.
I was like, we're talking about fives now?
Takumi.
Well, let's see.
Tamaki.
Tamaki.
It was easier when he went by his Spanish name.
Julio.
But, I feel kind of bad for him. He was denied a moment of badassery, but he also had that moment of badassery. Still, when the Giftarian, boom.
Well, I think, in all honesty, he had like the biggest moment of badassery in the entire series.
Yes, and yet now he's being forced to this reduced state. It's like I saw a star being born, and now I'm stuck with just little fireworks. It's just not the same.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, I liked how he stepped up, and he actually wasn't, as Vice called him, feeble for a few minutes.
And he wasn't weeping about Aguilera.
But I do have to say, the scene in the episode that caught me off guard was George deciding he needed to move into the spa.
All I know is it reminded me of an episode of Ryuki when the Ori Journal was shut down, so the chief took all his equipment into the restaurant that Shinji and Ren were staying at to set up his newspaper thing there.
Oh yeah, yes, I remember that because Auntie, the owner, the shop owner, she was I don't think you saw Ryuki.
Only little snippets.
Only the movie.
So the auntie who is the shop owner, she was like the most chill about it, if I remember correctly. It was Shinji and Ren who freaked out, especially Shinji, because I don't think he knew about his identity at that point.
No. He never found out.
That's what I thought.
But here's the thing. George is much smarter than Daiji, whose work ethic has gone into the absurd level. When you have been cut in the neck by your employer, and then
It's time to sue them.
used in a stunt by your employer, you do not have to show up to work the next day. You're well within your rights to say, it's been longer than a minute, fuck you!
I agree. I honestly, and this is coming from a real world human resources perspective. If your boss tries to kill you
Multiple times!
you legitimately have the right to quit.
Only in Japan would they still be willing to work for the employer who tries to kill them.
I understand in the real world we make jokes that nobody is working these days and that the people who are working should not be working half the time because they hate their jobs. But if you're in incredible danger, leave. A paycheck. And is he even getting paid at this point?
Well, the insurance income alone from that destroyed helicarrier
All I know,
probably went to the department manager.
Akaishi, yes.
all I know is that the most important thing survived the wreckage of Phoenix Down. George's Kamen Rider collection. That was the one thing I was thinking of, is like, what happened to his Kamen Rider collection? Oh my god, he should be raging right now because he's pretty chilled that he just lost his Kamen Rider collection. And then as we saw him set it up, when he had it set up in the thing, I'm like, oh, okay, his collection is safe.
Yeah, because priorities. The world being destroyed, your personal collection.
Well, it turns out that the Phoenix carrier was really just one giant mobile glass display case. It certainly went down easy enough, like a glass case might.
Now, we are skipping around a lot.
This skipped around a lot. There were flashbacks to and fro.
Well, and also, we only have one episode to talk about, so...
We did see Daddy Igarashi again.
It's like, no, this is my problem. Oh, sorry, I can't.
Yeah, that was kind of weird. Like, I'll take care of it. Oh, I can't take care of it. Like, what? That was kind of weird.
Though quite the contrast to the happy-go-lucky dad from the start of the
It really is. It's very day and night. And then Tamaki decides he wants to join the weekend because he wants to protect Aguilera. Which, since he lost his demon power, he has been terrible at. But they give him a test because apparently they like to haze their new members.
This is a test. This is only a test.
Well, actually, it turns out human psychology, positive psychology, states that the more exclusive and difficult to join a group it is, the greater satisfaction one has as a member of that group.
Oh, true.
And a sense of identity. If we had just said, sure, we have a common enemy, it wouldn't mean half as much to them as if you passed their test.
Common enemy.
Common enemy.
Well, I also, admittedly, I enjoy the fact that they, outside of their... I don't mind their dressing style, but I know you both hate their dressing style.
It's all black. I get enough with these goths.
Well, the black's not the problem. It's those shirts that have like the 40-inch collars on it. Like, what the frick do you need?
I love them.
Oh.
Well, I have to look at them, so to me they're visible goths.
Visigoths, oh my god.
I got a double face palm out of them and a glare from Cruellica, so I'm having a good day. Good night, everybody.
But, in all honesty, I feel like where the weekend started is kind of like that throwaway group, like you're like, oh god, this is just going to be super silly. They're actually a legitimate threat.
Okay, as I was going to say, I could deal with... If they all wore the same thing that Aguilera's wearing... That's fine, because that coat looks cool, but all the other ones, like, oh.
Imagine if they all wore the same mask as their leader, though.
I love that mask.
That would look pretty damn scary.
I'm still waiting to see him start playing the organ.
Well, I just picture a room with those 5 characters all wearing the same mask that greeters come in. Who do I talk to again?
It's getting a little eyes wide shut in here.
No, I've seen enough naked guys in Kamen Rider. Thank you very much. In fact, this unique obsession with male nudity in Kamen Rider really changing my perspective on this.
Really? So it's okay for all the other shows to have excessive female nudity, but we can't have male nudity now?
Actually, which shows have had
Garo?
That's what I'm going to reference. So Garo can have...
So we've got a 1-to-1. What about the nudity we've seen in Super Sentai?
Okay, what I'm saying...
What about the nudity we've seen in a bunch of spin-offs like, what was it? Godaner? No, that was an anime.
But let me just unpack this real quick. Most shows, if you think, and not just tokusatsu, but in general, have significantly, except for Game of Thrones, significantly more feminine nudity. If you think about it.
I would argue not nudity, certainly more skimpy clothing. Anything to get an excuse for a bath, a beach.
And all you have seen in Toku is a guy's ass.
And the fact that they have zero body hair, which, you know...
Well, that actually is a very cultural thing. Very few Japanese men. From what I've heard, obviously, I have not tested this out because I am not like the queen from History of the World where I get to see them all in the nude. But from what I've heard is that in Japan, that surprisingly a lot of men don't have hair.
Well, being of Irish stock, I've got an overabundance everywhere except on top of my head. So,
well, why don't you just scoot some over?
I actually talked to a hair specialist. Apparently, all the follicles on the rest of you, different type, won't work up yonder.
Even on your ass?
I do not want ass hair on my head.
No, I legitimately am asking.
People would be drawing a line down the middle.
No, legitimately, I'm not being facetious.
So what you're saying is, hey, butthead.
Those follicles would not work.
Where's Beavis?
There is something about just the hairs on your head. They can thin out the sides and back and put it up top, but they cannot take the parts from anywhere else on the body.
Alright, that's it. I'm naming this episode My Hairiest Adventure. I don't care if Goosebumps sends me a cease and desist at all. Alright.
What about the dark side of the moon? Oh, the hairy side of the moon. So, we've gone from talking about male nudity to hair replacement.
Harry Potter. There you go. It's a Harry Potter.
Harry butter.
Okay, anyway, back to the episode.
With which there was no nudity, as far as I'm aware.
So we have Vale coming down, kidnapping Tamaki.
Oh, wait, that's true. Vale doesn't wear any clothes. Even a mask.
He unveils everything.
He unveils. He's a free spirit. Or demon. Vice is a one-piece mouth mask.
He's just COVID safe.
Good, because the rest of the country ain't.
Well, in Japan they are.
Well, no, they just actually opened up their borders for tourists with a COVID test. So, expect a slight increase.
Well, okay, let's not gloom and doom. Goodness knows there's enough of that in the world right now. Let's go back to talking about transplanting butt here.
So Vale captures Tamaki. They go and rescue Tamaki, and Vale's like, I knew this was your plan all along.
Yeah, talk about the ultimate block. I mean, stealing the henshin device, isn't that cheating? It's like a tokusatsu rule book off the side. You will not be allowed to take the device mid-transformation.
Well, when he had it and he was about to do this badass transformation that we saw in the trailer the previous week, and we're like, oh my god, Tamaki is going to transform into a rider. So we were like excited, and then we get cock-blocked from seeing him transform, and instead of him becoming the new rider, it's Aguilera who is now Kamen Rider Aguilera.
With a pretty badass costume.
I give it a B+.
The helmet is a little weird to me, but other than I know what it is, it's a stinger, but
Yeah, it's a uniform.
What?
Nothing.
It's not bad
It's
or
just
anything.
you stole my joke, so it kind of stings.
Honey, I've been stealing so much for
But
you, including
It
your
gets the point
mental
across.
Alright, mind your own beeswax.
But I do like the
I
costume.
like honey, though.
I do like.
Yes, your honey
it is
baby.
weird that she was able to
Your
kick
honey.
Vale's ass.
It is honey. Oh.
Okay, what were you saying?
It is
Sorry.
weird. So she's able to kick Vale's ass. So then, like 2 weeks, she can suddenly be weaker and get her ass whooped by Vale.
Well, it's because Vale doesn't have the the Vice stamp saved.
Yeah, so, right. And, when he stole that stamp, you really could call Bull.
Yep.
Okay.
The Bull-themed Kamen Rider, has that been a thing?
Well, it's
Yes.
Buffalo.
Oh, yeah, the green guy.
So I kind of was a little like, after all the shit that's gone down for the last couple of weeks, I was actually so excited when I heard it on a Tokusatsu show, Buffalo, and I was like, okay, that makes me feel better. Okay, I was a super nerd because I'm like, that's my hometown.
Well, Tamaki may yet get a chance.
I'm hoping so.
In fact, at the rate they're producing Kamen Rider belts. Oh, it was very appropriate when Vale said, well, now it's just another toy. It's like, Vale's gone meta. He's becoming self-aware.
Well, and then we see, so we get a new Giftarian, the Hell Giftarian,
Kitty!
who actually has conscious speech. Like, is not just a mindless monster.
It's a Karantarium, by the way. This place is so boring. It's so meaningless. Why do you even like it here? It's so boring.
So the whole purpose was just to beat Holy Diver.
Well, no, it was to make an example and martyr Holy Diver.
So the whole... Okay, I don't remember them ever establishing, come to us and you can get your demon removed with the Vice stamp until the beginning of this episode.
That was the point. We were supposed to basically have between 35 and 36. You could say there was probably like 2 to 3 weeks time between those two episodes.
It was just kind of weird.
So
and can
I
just say
took it as like there's a jump.
Can I just say all I thought of was iZombie? Where they did the cure for the zombie plague, but it ended up being that they put the zombie plague in the cure, so everyone that got the shot turned into zombies.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Okay, is that the reason we have anti-vaxxers? They watched iZombie?
Most likely. Most likely.
Oh, come on! That's not fair to iZombie.
All I'm thinking of is, oh god, so now everyone's giving up their demon, which means they're going to turn into a demon.
And Tamaki's at work. And at the end, it shows he's ready to throw in the towel as he guides them too.
Well, I felt so bad for Daiji because Daiji he's like sitting in this.
Well, you're supposed to be looking at that anyway.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to offer you my attention, though.
Anyway.
That's like putting my pin into the ATM today and then asking me afterwards, what is my pin?
Yeah, I literally
She
did
put
that.
my card into the ATM, typed in the pin, and as she was waiting for it to load up to be able to deposit the check, she's like, your pin's blah, 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 right? Like, yeah.
Well, not you. Okay, well, you're saying it aloud. That might be a problem.
Well, he said blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah. But at the time you did. But you're asking in confirmation. Now, I can do you one better. With my friend in Seattle, in these hair bands, and after I asked her if she's wearing a pink shirt, and her favorite sailor said she is Chibi Moon, and a lot of the blankets and stuff we helped move were pink, I asked her, so what's your favorite color? And she just looks at me. That you did not just ask
Well,
that.
what do you think my favorite color is?
I'm going to go with black and or red.
Nope. Green.
Right.
I just don't look good in green.
But there's, that nutcracker over there has green. Oh, should I have it on for Christmas in July?
But anyway,
I
so...
completely forgot to put them away, so I've just been leaving them out. They're behind the TV, so nobody can see them.
What, want me to go get them?
No, that's quite alright.
But, okay, so...
Okay, Daiji, I don't know why, but this only clicked when I watched the opening credits this time.
Mm-hmm.
That's him in the business suit with the flames, isn't it?
I don't know.
It's some character. For a time, I thought it was that sleazy businessman who Sakura decked, but he was one of the sacrifices and it's long dead.
It could be him. Because I feel like Daiji...
But he has a haircut like Daiji. I feel like, wait, that is Daiji.
Well, I think I mentioned this when we were last doing this, that I feel like Daiji is going to become like a Kemi. Just become like a disciple of Gifu in a way. Because when he was alone, nobody else was supporting him when he was fighting...
Helgifu.
No, not just Helgifu, but all the demons.
Juniors.
The juniors. And he was alone fighting all of them. And you could see the longer he fought, the less he had hope of winning. So by the time the Helgiftarian comes into play, you could just see overall his loss of to the point where at the end of the episode, he's falling and you have all these people who are like, are you okay? Yeah. Do you know where we go to get our Revice stamps? And he's like, he comes to this realization that they cannot win. So I kind of felt once we got to that point in the episode, it was almost him at the end saying, I can't do this. And this was the martyr that Akaishi was talking about before.
Sacrifice?
Of being a sacrifice. Because essentially, he's using him now multiple times. Where I really feel, like how we saw in the trailer for the next episode, Daiji is just...
Once again, you don't have to go to work if your boss is trying to kill you.
Also, here's a analogy. For any of you who played a first-person online shooter and wondered, where's the rest of my team as you're being torn apart by 3 players at once? That's Daiji. You're in that's a Daiji situation. He's waiting for backup. Now, he asked, why are there demons in the city? Adoy?
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
But he goes to solo and it's getting torn apart.
I will say, Daiji was very stupid in this episode.
Well, he was barely in it, too.
He's just acting very stupid.
I don't agree. I don't think he's acting stupid. I think he is just... After the previous episode, and like I said, we don't know how much time has literally passed to get to this episode... I just think he is so mentally exhausted. He does not have the consciousness.
So take a day off. Again, you don't have to go into work if your boss is trying to kill you. You are entitled to a day off.
Well, it could just be his moralness.
No, it doesn't matter. Take a day off. You don't need to literally work yourself to death.
I feel like you're kind of talking to me in a way.
I'm just saying. Wait, has your boss tried to kill you recently?
No, well, not literally, but all the work.
The opinions expressed in this video do not reflect anything of an actual real-life organization.
Thank you.
But you can't. Actually, maybe I'll name that the video instead of my hair.
If your boss tries to kill you?
If your boss tries to kill you, you're entitled to a day off.
What about if your boss tries to kill you, you're entitled to a butt hair transplant? That's a very long title.
I would say if you could do something before and after where it all kind of connects together.
You're only limited to 100 characters.
Oh.
So Kamen Rider Revice episode 36 discussion already takes up about 60 characters.
Actually, given the number of characters who are becoming Kamen Riders in this show, you may hit a limit yourself. I mean, no one has fully inherited the Demon's Driver yet.
Nope.
Kamen Rider Vice City.
I'm going to say that for a different day.
Like when they actually ride a bike again.
Yeah, when's that going to happen? When are our Kamen Riders going to ride commonly?
But overall, I didn't feel like this episode was truly like a filler, but I do feel like it's trying to push a little bit more of a story forward.
Oh yeah, and Aguilera's transformation cry. Subverts expectations. You see Tamaki having this flashback of his dead friend and Aguilera when she was happy, and then let's subvert your expectations. You don't have to subvert our expectations.
Well, he also said at the end of the episode when he said he was past, he's like, I was hoping to transform, and everybody's like, what did you say? Nothing, I'm happy.
He's gonna steal someone. You know what? He's probably gonna steal Daiji's driver at this point, and Daiji's be like, you know what? Give me the demon driver. I'll be way more.
Well, at the end, you saw that said mass production of the demon's driver.
But okay, a few things with this one.
Oh, God.
One, okay, so Aguilera can only transform on weekends. It's the weekend driver.
Okay, continue.
Do you know what the best ice cream flavor is for the weekend?
Sunday.
Thank you.
And secondly, okay, my only thing that I've started...
Secondly, my only thing.
Shut up. Okay, so now you've thrown off my whole thought process. I'm just fearing that for the next 10 episodes, we're going to have a a rehash of Build, where it's the same thing, monsters there, haha, you haven't reached my final form yet. Ryder gets a power-up, hits him, I'm going to flee now. Next episode, haha, you haven't reached my final form yet. Ryder hits him, I'll be back next week with another power-up. Because that's all Build was for its last 10 episodes. And I'm fearing that's what's going to happen with Gifu. Gif's going to come down...
But Gifu hasn't entered the battle yet.
But with this Hell Gif...
No, it's a Hell Giftarian. It's not Gifu.
Well, whatever. It's still like... Is this all that the next 10 episodes are going to be?
Sailor Moon is now
I know.
This is going to give people a headache watching the video.
Speaking of mooning...
I
we really do have to clean the dust off that when we move.
Welcome to episode 64, Dusting. Kamen Rider Dusting.
Ooh, we have a box of dust, though. We have a box of dirt.
So we have a box of Kaiza?
I thought that was Peter Parker at the end of Infinity War.
Anybody who's seen Kamen Rider Fies understands we have a box of
Kaiza upgrade form is a crop duster. But anyway, I don't think there's much else to talk about with this episode. It
existed.
Not my favorite episode. I'll say that. It wasn't my favorite episode.
You don't have to subvert things to make it entertaining, is all I'm saying.
Liberal up.
Okay, well, I'm all for that, especially right now.
But yeah, you have liberal up and subvert up. Because that's what it said, subvert up.
Well, okay, so what would a third... Vote blue! You know what? If that is how Japan is trying to do political change, which is 10 times better than Russia, I'm not complaining.
Anyway, so click like, subscribe, bell notification. I don't think YouTube has added anything else at this time to get videos recognized. You can support us at Kaiju no Kami, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Discord. I forgot one. Patreon at Kaiju no Kami. And then the website creativitybydesignllc.com. And there is a shop with merchandise that you add /shop to buy cool, awesome, amazing Kaiju no Kami merchandise. You know you want to rock a Kaiju no Kami t-shirt with your Kaiju no Kami pen and carry around your Kaiju no Kami notebook while you're drinking out of your Kaiju no Kami water bottle.
Wow.
Oh, my turn. You can find MLP Silver Quill on Twitter, DeviantArts, and the YouTubes. You can also do a search for After the Fact, but put Silver Quill in there, otherwise you'll get a news organization that's way more popular, but started after I did, so I'm the hipster.
And until next time, bye.